Hi, this is Steve. Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review, and in this video I'll be featuring Eaglemoss's Back to the Future DeLorean. We'll be looking at issue number 24. Now in issue number 24 we'll be assembling a lot of the pulleys and some of the belts. So with that, let's get started. Welcome back. Here's issue 24 magazine, where you can build the iconic 80s time machine in 1/8 scale. As we open it up, we get the table of contents as usual. Drive time, which is where we assemble all the components here. And then we have We're Going Back Part 8, and then a Time Traveler's Guide. So we have a listing of all the parts that are included with this issue. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Eaglemoss Back to the Future DeLorean. It's a huge kit. I mean, you'll be very happy with it. So far, I haven't had any problems assembling this, and it's a real sturdy model. Very impressed with the details on the engine so far, and let's move on. So as we install a lot of the pulleys and the belts with this issue, so there's going to be some fun stuff here. I look forward to putting this on the engine that we already have built, all the way up to stage 23. So it looks like we have about 11 steps total. Then we get into an article about the We're Going Back Part 1, which is a look back at the amazing, immersive Back to the Future fan celebration for the film's 25th anniversary. And lastly, we have an article about Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier, and they kind of focus there on his little raccoon skin hat. And you know, we're talking about time travel, right? Time travel back to the 50s, when this TV show was very popular. So we're looking at time travel back to the late 1950s, and of course the hero, pioneer, Davy Crockett, born in 1786, so it's a pretty cool little article there about time travel when it comes to that aspect. And then they give us a preview of our next engine parts that we'll be receiving in issue 25. So with that, let's get started. Here are the parts that came with issue 24. I'll go ahead and take these out and we'll get a closer look at them. I'll be right back. Here's a close-up look of all the parts that came with issue 24. Now you can see we received a lot of pulleys, a couple of belts, and some screws. We got some EM screws and some AP screws. They have actually alpha characters on the pulleys. So we got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. So if you look closely, you can see they are stamped with alpha characters, which is going to make it a lot easier because, you know, it's hard to tell what is what here. Alright, let's get started. So the next 3 steps, we install the pulley on the bottom of the engine on the crankshaft. We're going to use an AM screw for that. AM means it goes into metal, so we need to lubricate the shaft, crankshaft, to accept the screw. And that's right here. I'm going to use my Vaseline lip balm, and that's just going to give us a little lubricant, make it easier for the screw to go inside. Now we start with step 1, 2, and 3, where we assemble parts C, B, and A on the bottom of the engine on the crankshaft. Now we are going to be using parts C, B, and A. Now, the crankshaft is not that long, so it's kind of fiddly and it's hard to get all these to line up, plus to get your screw in at the end. We're going to be using an AM screw. So, to make it easier, we'll assemble the pulleys with some super glue. So I'm going to be using some super glue on this, and I'm going to assemble the pulley as they show in the instructions, but we're not putting it on the shaft yet. So I'm just going to tap some super glue on C here, and I'm going to put B on top of it. Make sure everything lines up as best as possible. There we go. And then put some super glue on B part. We need to turn it over because it needs to look like that, and we're going to line that up. And line it up as best we can with B. There we go. Now we can install that pulley on the crankshaft, just like that, and we'll put our AM screw in. And it just makes it a lot easier, like I said, if you glue all those together first. Now we do step 4 and 5, where we install pulley number D and pulley number E. And that gets mounted on the front of the camshaft, just like that. That was D, and this is E. And we use an AP screw for that. So this is a little bit fiddly. Before we put F and G pulleys on the generator, we're going to go ahead and super glue them together first. It's going to make it easier to install it. The shaft on the generator is kind of short, so that's where it kind of gives you a little bit of problem. So we'll take the super glue and we'll just tap it a little bit here. And we will put our pulley on top of that. Line it up as straight as possible. And we'll let that dry a bit. So then now we put the pulley on the front of the generator. And we're going to use an AP screw again on that. And we can screw it in. And that's how you do that. It is fiddly. If you try to do it any other way, it just makes it really hard to do. Next, they want us to combine H and I parts. That's these two right here. And they go just like that. So after we combined H and I together, that was step 8. These will mount on the front of the generator. Just like that. Then we'll put in another AP screw to secure it. And that completes step 9. Now they want us to install the alternator pulley first. So we'll wrap it around the alternator, the crankshaft, just like that. Then they want us to wrap it around the crankshaft and the air conditioning compressor. And there you go. That's what they look like there. All your belts installed. And that's all we do with issue 24. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate everybody who supports my channel and everybody that subscribes to my channel. So far it's been a lot of fun building this. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Eagle Moss Back to the Future DeLorean. I put a link in the description below. You can head right over and subscribe today. If you're from the USA, it is available, so get it while you can. It's a huge kit, it has lots of features, and I can tell you a lot of people have already built this and they really love what they have. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like and hit the bell for all new video notifications. With that, happy modeling, everybody. Take care.